Aloha and welcome to Showcase Hawaii, Hawaii's only home shopping show. I'm Wayne Nunez.
And I'm Lori Nunez.
We have a great show for you. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with Wana.
Okay.
Because I've stepped on them a couple times.
Well, you might have to explain what it is.
Wana is it's sea urchin. You know the spikes on the sea urchin?
Yeah, it looks pretty, but
It looks kind of cool, but they're pretty destructive.
I still remember that.
But
when
they're,
that happened.
You know why I like them? They're, like the look of them, because they're very modern. They're symmetrical. They look kind of, futuristic.
Right.
So our Hawaiian Scroll Wana earrings kind of are a take on that. They're like a take on one of the spikes, but they're very cool. If you know somebody that likes to be kind of cutting edge and cool and modern with a Hawaiiana twist, our Hawaiian Scroll Wana earrings are that.
Well, I always love when we have something that really represents Hawaii with that Hawaiian scroll design.
And it's subtle too.
Yeah, but I love how this just really stands out. And these longer earrings, although it's not that long, but look at that. It's just over from the top where it would enter your pierced ear.
Inch and a quarter.
Just comes over an inch. And then what's really great is you've got that easy to wear hook. So that just slips right in. And then of course the hardest decision is which one you're going to choose, the gold-plated, rose gold-plated, or sterling silver.
Right.
And I always have people asking me, wow, I've never seen rose gold. And then other people who have been wearing it for years. But it's just a very beautiful, it has kind of that pink tone. And sometimes people say it's very romantic because it's got that pink tone. And other people just love that look.
Well, a lot of people you've seen out there, a lot of people have a lot of piercings. Lots of piercings.
You mean multiple.
Multiple piercings.
And they're wearing multiple earrings.
Right. So I think this is just edgy enough for one of those people that have that piercings that go up and down their earlobe.
Right.
In fact, our niece, we hadn't seen her in years. I'm talking maybe 15 years. And she walked in and she had all these piercings.
And it looked so good.
It looked great on her. And we were kind of like impressed. My daughter was kind of enamored with her. Right. She wanted to know where she got them. And then all the older folks were like, did you see so-and-so and all her piercings? Oh my gosh. And when they said that, I said, oh, it looked really cool. So, it depends on how they're worn, but I think this can be a nice little touch. So if you know somebody, a niece or a nephew or a grandchild that is into piercings, and you want to get them something elegant, this is it.
I think that would be like the main focal point, and then you have all your other little ones that kind of complement. But this is a 0.925 sterling silver base. And so we always want to explain that to you, that it's sterling silver as the base, and then it's plated with the gold or the rose gold, and it's electronically plated. So sometimes people will ask, will it just rub off? It doesn't work that way. It's electronically plated to the metal.
Now, if you just want the silver, it's not plated. It's just the sterling silver. But they all do have that 0.925 sterling silver base. I also want to point out the shepherd's hook, the part that goes through the hole in your ear. Those are integrated within the design, so you don't have two different pieces. So depending on, I guess, how big the hole is, they're going to dangle a little.
I like that, though. Yeah. It's very clever.
Or stay straight.
The modern design and very sleek.
Okay, so a lot of you are watching, and you've been watching for a while, and you remember that you saw this thing on.
Yes.
And you don't remember what the number was, but you know the name. It had it had a flower on it. And okay, so if you call and you even do something like that, we're gonna figure out what you saw.
I feel like a detective when that happens.
Yeah,
and I usually can figure it out.
We can figure it out, and we'll give you that special price if you remember the special price. Now, if you say something that's like
way
Random.
off, you know, we can't do that. But if it is that special price that we remember, or a lot of people take a picture
Yeah.
of their screen.
Yes.
So you could take a picture
I'm
with your camera.
Actually super surprised at how many people write down the numbers and tell me the numbers. I applaud you for that.
Yeah.
Good job.
Just pause your TV.
Because that totally helps. Yeah.
But yeah, you can. You're not
Pause. A lot of people don't think about pausing, but you're right. You can pause.
pause on your remote. But a lot of, I mean, I forget about things all the time. Well, I'm pretty good.
Well, you know, it's true though. It's like, I don't know if it's because if I have a lot on my mind, you hope that it's not just that you're getting old and losing it. And I tell myself, okay, don't say that. Don't say you're losing it, because it's kind of like you don't want to
Jinx yourself.
manifest that. But it's like, I'll walk into the room and then I'm like, wait, why did I come here? I know I came in here for something. It's like,
Well, for me, I'm like strolling in, I'm all happy because I know I'm going to do this thing. And then I walk in there and I'm like, where's my pants? And then I'm like, oh, I go put on my pants. And then I walk back in the room and I'm like, what am I doing in here? I know I came in here, but I forgot my pants, and I got my pants, but I don't remember what I'm supposed to be doing now. And then
oh my
I'll go back in
goodness.
another room, and then I'll be like, oh, I was supposed to do that in there. And then,
Well, how many times have you like gone to the market and I'm specifically going for
that
something
happens all the time, yes.
like rice, and then I leave and I bought everything but the rice. I forgot.
And then guess who has to go? After I'm like comfortable and home, aircon, oh, I forgot rice. Oh, you should go get it.
Well, I just remembered something. We have to point out that at the bottom of your screen, you see all those squiggly lines in the square. I know some of you know what that is, but others of you may not, and it's a QR code. So if you hold your phone's camera up to it, it'll highlight, and then it'll actually, you tap on the link and it'll take you straight to the product on our website, and you can read all the description as though, anyway, we're telling you everything anyway.
Exactly.
But some people like to read
and
it.
some people, you know, some people say, oh, your photos are too fast. We try to
Right.
slow it down. We try and, you know, do that. But I have coffee throughout the day. So a lot of times things are moving fast.
Depends if
And-
you have one or two
well,
cups.
that's the other thing too. I'm thinking about things, and there's 5 or 6 things I'm thinking about.
Right.
And that's why I forget what I'm doing
I
when I walk
know.
into a room.
I
So,
know.
you know, it's not necessarily there's something wrong. It's just I have to focus.
Right.
That's my problem. I have to
Right.
focus. And focusing on these Hawaiian Scroll Wana earrings, that's what I'm doing right now, because it's a perfect piece to add to your collection because it's so unique. And then all of our Hawaiian Scroll jewelry come in either, well, I should say the majority comes in gold-plated silver, and now, as Lori was saying earlier, we're adding the rose gold, which is a nice addition to your collections. This pairs well with anything that's simple and elegant, or if you want something edgy. And you know, a lot of people want something that's totally different,
Right.
totally
I was
different
just
than
gonna
anything
say,
else they have.
Well,
and this is it.
I actually haven't seen anything this shape and this style before. And so for me, that's what I love about it, is it's something really unique that I think people are going to notice. And I say that because I like when someone notices a piece that I'm wearing, or they say, ooh, wow, that's so beautiful. Let me take a look, or that's so neat. Where'd you get that? And of course, it's Showcase Hawaii.
It's always Showcase Hawaii. Come on now.
But, you know, our customers tell us the same thing, that it's really fun for them when people notice or ask them about it. And I think the really nice thing is when you gift it to someone, and wherever they are, whether it's on Oahu, on another island, or somewhere on the mainland US, or even, you know, again, we have a lot of international customers, but someone will say, I love that piece that you're wearing. And it's really neat when they hear that it's from Hawaii, or it was gifted to them, and then you get to share your whole story about growing up in Hawaii or visiting Hawaii or your experience here.
Right.
And that's what we mean when we say it's a gift of aloha, or you're spreading aloha. That's what it's all about.
And remember, when you order from Showcase Hawaii, we do put it in a gift box so it's ready to get.
Now, we are excited to offer this because our butterfly pendants did so well.
I know. Everybody loves butterflies.
Well, we were looking for
I know,
butterflies, but
for a while.
sometimes they're kind of cheesy, and I don't like to feature things that are,
well, it's the
kitschy.
artist in you.
Yeah.
Well, I think people appreciate that.
So this is a very modern design. It's
and-
our bamboo CZ butterfly adjustable ring.
So first, I do love the bamboo style and design. It's
Yeah.
just so unique.
Well,
and then,
if you just had a straight kind of
Yes.
band,
yes,
it wouldn't have the
it'd be plain.
impact.
Right.
And we have bamboo in the yard, and
Right.
every once in a while we'll see butterflies in the bamboo, and it really does look like the side profile of the butterfly wings.
I love that because that's what I see a lot is when it's when it flies and then when it lands.
It rests.
Yeah, and then it's always kind of fluttering the wings, and it reminds me a little bit of fairy wings too.
Yeah.
It's so pretty. But I think anyone would love this. You can definitely wear them together. You could stack them, but like we were showing the photo, with it on different fingers. We have so many people now wearing multiple rings on different fingers, multiple rings on one finger, and
Your toes too.
Yes.
Now,
So you can do that.
What you're seeing is both of the gold and the silver. You get your choice, $32.99, or you could get a buy two special. We're going to bring a buy two special on this one because some people just can't decide, and other people, they want both the colors. But you could wear them on the higher above your knuckle or
Yeah,
below
that's
your
really
knuckle.
popular now too.
You could
now,
wear it on your thumb too.
Remember, if you order the buy two on your own online, let us know if you want 2 of the gold plated or 2 of the sterling silver or 1 of each.
We try and make it easy, but you got to make a choice every once in a while. And this is a good choice because you do have an option of picking which color you want, and it's really up to you.
We have the best customers and we're so appreciative.
Thousands of them.
And Jose is very, very generous. We have mentioned him before, and it was funny. He was calling us to place another order, and he said, "Oh, I'm gonna make my wife jealous and tell her you mentioned me and my name." And I was like, "Oh no, we have to thank Magdalena. She is awesome, and she does place orders, and she was so fun." For a while, Jose was ordering for her, and then later she started calling and she said, "Oh, I'm ordering for myself now." And that happens all the time. The husband will be doing all the ordering, then the wife will start ordering, or the other way around. The wife's always ordering, then the husband's like, "Oh, it's so easy, I'm gonna order." And I love being a part of that.
It's funny because sometimes the wife goes, "Well, I know my husband orders. Do you have his credit card?" And I say, "Oh no, sorry, we never keep the credit card." They're like, "Okay." And then I expect them to come back with their credit card, but they come back with the husband's credit card. So,
Which, as it should be.
Yeah, right, exactly. But no, we do have a lot of husbands and wives and mothers and daughters and sons and mother. We have a lot of family members that have been ordering with us because it's been over 15 years that we've been on. So it's amazing to see the progression of generations that love to order with Showcase Hawaii.
Oh yeah,
We're
I think
getting
now
old.
I was just gonna say now I feel old when you
Yes.
say generations because there have been the grandchildren
Yes.
who then become adults or they
Thanks
get
for
married
making me
and then
feel
they
old.
call up and they're like, "Oh, I was getting gifts for how long from my mom or my
Exactly.
grandma, and now I'm the one buying gifts." Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're old.
15 years, okay?
Yes.
That 15-year-old is 30 now. Oh no.
When you put it that way, now I feel really
Now
old.
I feel really old.
Exactly.
But that's okay. You all keep us young.
Hey, as long as we can find stuff to show you, we're happy. I'm telling you, we love our customers.
Wow.
It's so funny talking
Yeah.
to them and fun to talk to them too.
Well, I think we're fortunate that they're always saying, "We love you guys," or they'll hang up and say, "Love
know.
you."
It's
like
what would they
really
do if we
nice.
started knocking on their door?
We're here for dinner.
Special delivery. Exactly. Better feed me. So you could see on the back side of this, back to this ring.
Wow, nice detail.
It
Even
is
on those wings.
It's a pave design, so you
Jeez.
could see the little puka behind the back side of the wings. So that will allow the light to reflect on the back side and through the cubic zirconia to the front and give it a little extra bling.
So I'm always talking about how fun it is to play with your jewelry. And I was playing with this one because you can squeeze it together or you can have it apart like you see it. And you can wear it on different fingers. I was trying it on different fingers and like you're saying, you know, closer to the knuckle or closer to the fingertips. I was mixing and matching.
Well, you were intertwining them too. If you
Yes.
intertwine the
Yeah.
two different colors
Yep.
and then you put it on your finger,
Right.
if you do that, it'll slide right on
Right.
and it'll give it a really cool look.
But
that's what I love.
That's what I think is neat though, is you can really make it your own by changing it up a little bit, you know, or like you're saying, if you put two together, it could be two of the same silver or two of the same gold plated, or you could mix and match and then it looks like a two-tone ring.
Now, because these are adjustable, it fits any finger, but also if you know somebody that's keiki size or teen size, this is perfect too. It's on trend, it's dainty and delicate. They could wear it wherever they want. Hey, some of these will probably wear it in their ear, like my daughter.
Oh, that's true.
I mean,
I was thinking
who
about
knows?
that. Well, on a regular basis, I'm hearing from, you know, it could be aunties or uncles, it could be grandparents, but they're saying, oh, I want to get a gift for, you know, my niece, my nephew, my granddaughter.
It's hard to
And-
shop for the young ones.
Yeah, but they haven't seen them in a long time.
That's true too. So you
So-
need something that's not too out there.
Right.
Something that doesn't age you, because I've gotten gifts from older relatives where I'm thinking, okay, what am I supposed to do with this?
Well, I was thinking about the whole being adjustable.
Yeah, it's
Haven't
perfect.
seen you in a long time. I don't
Yeah.
know what finger size. I mean, how would you know what finger size they are? Even their parents wouldn't know what finger size they are necessarily.
Well, we always get people too that say, oh yeah, I have a granddaughter and, you know, she's kind of big, yeah? and we're like, oh, I'm sure this is
Right.
fine. She'll love it. And, you know, but we just love this. I
Well-
think you're going to love it too. And having that butterfly theme is, you know, we love our animals here on Hawaii and insects too. Okay, I don't know if you heard this, but on the mainland, they are having this infestation of cicadas.
when you use that
I
word.
don't know why.
It's not only on the mainland, but it is.
And
Like,
I'm
there
sorry,
are parts when you're talking
you know,
about
I
the
talk
US.
about random things, but you know, I'll circle back to whatever we're featuring. But I just had to talk about this because, you know, we fortunately have a cat, and the cat will eat pretty much any bug, any
Exterminator.
any lizard that's crawling around.
She's a
our
natural
exterminator.
exterminator.
But I was telling Lori, you know, those cicadas, that would never happen here. That would not happen. We'd never have an infestation because we have so many
Cultures.
wonderful cultures here. Somebody in a food truck would figure out how to do either a plate lunch, stir fry, teriyaki, sweet and sour, crispy, crunchy.
Oh, you're making me hungry.
Yeah, deep fried.
Oh, deep fried. Everything fried is good.
Ice cream covered,
That's
chocolate
true.
covered. Those cicadas.
You would be good on one of those shows where they make you eat crazy stuff.
Oh, if it has a little bit of salt and a little bit of sugar, I would. There, you could put a
Sweet
whole
sour.
sweet and sour
salt and the
cicadas.
sugar. Yeah,
Exactly,
that's
but
funny.
they wouldn't last long.
Salty
In fact,
sweet.
you know, we would here in Hawaii, we'd probably just be waiting for them to come out of the ground, waiting for that 20 years. Come on, I'm just waiting.
Oh
my
my
mouth would be
goodness.
watering.
Oh my gosh,
So
that's crazy.
It's just one more thing to say. Lucky we live in Hawaii, but somebody needs to fry it. Go back east, get a recipe for them so they could cook them up. Teriyaki, I'm telling
that
you,
sounds
sweet and
good,
sour.
actually.
Exactly.
Looking for Hawaii-inspired items at affordable prices? Watch Showcase Hawaii at 6:30 a.m., 3 p.m., and 12:30 a.m. every day on Spectrum Channel 1016. And in case you're wondering what other specials we have, here's a look.
Now our bamboo CZ butterfly adjustable ring is going to fly out. Anything that adjusts
Yes.
sells really, really well. And it's really hard to design a bamboo and a butterfly, but this butterfly is as if it was sitting on the bamboo,
Yes,
and you see
clever.
that silhouette of the
Yes,
butterfly.
yes,
But not
I like
only
it.
that, we included that CZ, pave CZ, that's inlaid
Mm-hmm.
within that frame of the butterfly wings. But when you're designing butterfly jewelry,
Yes.
you have to do it in a way that looks like
Right.
it's designed for an adult and not a keiki.
Well-
And this is that.
I just saw a butterfly out the window the other day, and it looked just like that because it was the side profile with the
Oh,
wings
right.
fluttering.
Yep.
So it's perfect. It's so beautiful. And I love the bamboo, which is such an interesting design. And then to make it adjustable, like you're saying, everyone's going to love it. And it just makes a lot of sense, right? Why wouldn't you love it? If you're the one giving the gift, it's so easy. You don't have to try and find out what size they wear. You don't have to
That's the, yeah.
guess and get it too big, too small, and then exchange it. And same thing if you're buying it for yourself. Of course, you don't always know what size you are anymore. And we always have this same conversation with so many customers about, depending on what they ate, depending on if they're taking certain medications, depends if it's, the weather is hot and you kind of get a little swelling. Everyone goes through the same thing. In the morning, a little bit skinnier. In the afternoon or evening,
Yes.
and that's just everyone's body is like that or similar or different. But I love it being adjustable.
Well, the other thing about it being adjustable, people were saying they wear it on their toes.
Oh, right. You can wear it any
You can wear it
finger or
on your
any
pinky,
toe.
your thumb, your toes.
Yes.
So people were stacking them like
Yes.
you see on screen.
Yes.
They were stacking them individually, where one's on the higher knuckle and one's on the lower knuckle.
Yes.
And then they were stacking them together really close, but two different colors. So you could do a lot with it.
This is our Leo Kai Seahorse Pave Pendant. You know me, I love cute things. This is so
Yeah, I know you.
cute. It's cute, it's elegant, right? It's got this beautiful, you know what it is? The shape
The
of
curves.
a seahorse. Yeah, the curves. We say mesmerizing for some things, but I can stand and stare at, live seahorses. It's just so beautiful.
Now, I
right?
want to point out, you said cute. Cute for me is small. When a house is cute, it's small. But you could see it's about 1.5 inches. So it's not that small.
Right.
And we made sure that we had all three colors.
That's true.
The gold plated, the rose gold plated, which you see on the screen, and then the silver. And these are embedded, as with our other designs, with that pave cubic zirconia.
Right.
There's a little one in the eye, and the full body has cubic zirconia. And once again, they're individually set, so the light comes from the back and gives it that sparkle and shine. The silver one's really pretty, but the gold one is probably going to be the most popular.
Yeah.
And we tried to move it around. It has kind of a dimension to this,
Right,
too.
because of the sparkle. I always think it looks kind of magical.
A seahorse.
Yes.
Yeah, like it's some kind
Not
of an
real.
alien, creature. Because
In a beautiful way.
in a beautiful
right?
way. But this is going to be a popular item. Now, our spinning Plumeria CZ flower pendant, this is going to fly out. It's the first time we've been offering
Yes,
it.
but
and
it's going to be a crowd favorite.
it's going to be, I think because it matches the Hawaiian scroll jewelry that we feature, the
Yes.
custom, it matches it perfectly.
Yes.
So if you've ordered one of our customs, this will match. Look at that. It spins independently
Yes.
of that black enamel
Right,
frame.
right.
And the Plumeria is so iconic. You see them everywhere.
Yes.
All throughout the island year round. It's a great size. It's about 1/2 inch.
I think it just makes it so different and unique. Especially if you're someone who has a jewelry collection, you want those pieces where it's a fun piece. Somebody notices it. We have so many people calling and saying, you know, I've got 6 grandkids, I've got 12 grandkids, I've got
they could
16 grandkids,
They
you
could
know?
spin till their heart's content
Right.
and keep them busy if they're fidgety. But
Right.
as I said, we're only showing the gold on screen,
Right.
but we do have it in the silver option too. And when you log on to www.showcasehawaii.tv, you can see there'll be a drop-down menu, and you can choose the gold-plated over sterling silver, or you can choose the sterling silver. So you do have that option, and they're both stunning. And I want to point out, these will match your Hawaiian scroll jewelry because that
yes.
black enamel
Yes.
is that same feature where it pops out.
Right.
And if you have one of our custom-made pieces that you have your name on there,
Yes.
then this will look perfect for it. It's kind of seamless. It just
Well,
goes really well.
And more people than I can recall have told me that their favorite flower is the plumeria.
Well, come on, we're in Hawaii.
Right.
So
well,
it should be
I
their
mean, whether
favorite.
they live here or not, that's what they always tell me.
This particular item, it's our Hawaiian quilt 10 millimeter bracelet. People were asking for a gold version.
Yes.
Now we tried, obviously, to keep the price affordable. Now this is gold plated over copper. And I think it's the perfect solution for you if you want something affordable,
Yes.
if you want to give out gifts. This is the bracelet to give out. The
Right.
10 millimeter size is about 3/8 of an inch. So it's a very nice size. It's over 1/4 of an inch, little under 1/2 an inch. And I think you're really going to love it.
Well, I've had so many customers tell me that they have jewelry, 14 karat solid gold that they purchased for hundreds, even thousands of dollars,
yeah.
many, many years ago. And it just sits in their safe or in their jewelry box.
That's what I don't get.
Yeah.
Because even you have jewelry that was given to you that you never wear because
Right.
you're afraid to wear it because
Right.
you don't want somebody to take it off you
Well,
when I'm not around.
Isn't that legitimate?
Yeah.
But I think also you just worry about you don't want to lose it, you don't want to damage it.
That's
but when
true,
you
too.
think about it, how many years have gone by and you've just never worn it, or it's just way too much trouble to have to go down to the bank, to the safe, or whatever, wherever you might have it.
Well, we hope you were able to get in on one of these great deals today.
The ordering process is so fast and so easy, so log on to showcasehawaii.tv.
Thanks for watching.
Bye for now.